Hi, my second grade friends, and welcome to second grade science and engineering. Today, we are going to complete our communication device inventions. All right, so in order to get started, what we did a few weeks ago was we talked about the engineering design process. And for students, the engineering design process looks like this. There are 5 very special steps, and you typically go in order from the first one to the last one, but sometimes you might have to go back and redo a step. And we will talk a lot about that today. So last week, I did number 1 with you. I gave you the problem. And here it was. I asked you this question: could you create a communication device? And remember, you could not use your voice. You could only use light or sound to solve this problem. You had to create a tool that helped you send these 3 messages. Then you went ahead and you did the next few steps all on your own. You imagined, you brainstormed what your communication device would look like. You guys had fabulous plans where you drew pictures and you labeled what your invention was going to look like. And this part of planning was very important. I asked you guys to complete this table to tell me how you would send the message jump up, how you would send the message raise your hand, and how you would send the message touch the ground. For example, if your device uses light, maybe jump up was 1 flash on your device. Maybe raise your hand was 3 flashes. Same thing if your device used sound. 1 shake, 4 shakes, whatever it may be. And last week, I also encouraged you to move on to step 4, create. If you didn't get a chance to actually build your device, I want you to pause the video now and go do that. Go grab your materials and build your device. If you already did that last week, then today you are going to move on to improving or making your device better. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you start from scratch and make a whole new one. Maybe you just tweak one little part of your device. We're going to watch a video to see what this might look like.
Check out the bird feeder, Moby. Oh no, this happened yesterday too. Squirrels keep stealing the food. Moby, we need to build something better. Time for some engineering. The problem is that squirrels keep eating all the food, so the birds don't get any. First, gather information about the problem. You can research online or at the library, ask a trusted expert, or make observations. Let's observe the squirrels in our bird feeder. You may want to take notes, draw pictures, take photos, or even record video or audio to gather information. So, the squirrels climb down over the top of the bird feeder to get to the food. Now that we understand the problem, we can make a plan. How do you plan an engineering project? Start by brainstorming ways to solve the problem. Maybe if we lower the bird feeder, squirrels won't be able to climb down. Good idea. We can also cover the top of the bird feeder so squirrels can't reach the food. Sometimes you can use more than one idea to solve a problem. What should we use to cover the bird feeder? We can brainstorm different designs. A design is a plan for how something looks or works. Cool! We can use a plastic bowl to cover the bird feeder. Now it's time to make a plan to test our design. List all the steps of your plan and think about the materials you need to engineer your design. How do you test and improve your design? As you carry out your plan, observe and see if your design solves the problem. Take notes and collect data or information as you observe. Oh no, the squirrel got into the bird feeder again. Don't worry, Moby. Designs don't always work. The plastic bowl was a good idea, but it didn't work. We should use something that's hard for the squirrels to climb over. Wow, that's a great idea. A plastic bottle is slippery and has steep sides so the squirrels won't be able to climb over it. If your plan doesn't work, you can always brainstorm more ideas or improve your designs. You can move around throughout the process until you solve the problem. There's more than one way to solve a problem, so take your time and try out different ideas. What are you doing, Moby? You engineered a squirrel feeder?
All right, second graders. So that Brain Pop Junior video about engineering should have given you a little bit more insight as to what the engineering process would look like, right? You might get frustrated. You might have to go back and ask more questions. You might have to change up your materials. Sometimes you might have to start from scratch. And sometimes maybe all you do is change one little thing, just as long as your device solves the communication problem. Going to send those 3 messages without using your words. After this video plays, you will go to the following slides, just like last week, and you will complete them. This slide just tells you what your I can statement is, that I can test out and improve my communication device. Also, the problem is here, just in case you forget what it is that you are trying to solve. When you get here to this slide, it is very important that you fill the entire thing out. The pictures up top tell you that you are creating, remember if you forgot to create, and after you test it out, you might have to make improvements. And you'll use this table to show me what you're learning. So, test 1, send the message jump up. If it worked, then you go ahead, take this check mark, click on it, and drag it. If it worked, check it off. Go ahead and test out, raise your hand. If it worked, same thing. Check it off. And touch the ground. Ooh, maybe that one didn't work. So you would put an X there. Then it says, stop. Stop here and make improvements to your device. Then test it out again. So even if you're just tweaking your device a teeny bit, take that time to do that. And then fill in the table. Again, there are plenty of checks and X's here. A big part of being a scientist and an engineer is evaluating your progress or your observations to help you move forward. So the next step is going to include some questions that will help you evaluate or maybe improve all over again. I want you to answer these questions. And again, just dragging the check marks to show your response. Think about this. Would your device work in the dark? Yes or no? Number 2, would your device work if you weren't in the same room? Yes or no? And number 3, would your device work if you wanted to send a special message? Yes or no? Number 4, if yes, what would your special message be? You can type it here. I am going to leave a blank slide as well in case you want to take a picture or a video of you using your device. I would be happy to see that. I hope that you enjoy testing out and improving your device. You guys are super engineers. Bye, second graders.